Welcome to the Active Trader Briefing for May 2026. This presentation provides a comprehensive map of the upcoming earnings calendar, focusing on 4 weeks of high-impact catalysts, significant options flow, and the critical peer chain reactions that active traders must monitor to navigate the month's volatility. Looking at the month at a glance, we have structured the calendar into 4 distinct thematic phases. Week 1 focuses on high-beta tech and fintech leaders like Palantir and AMD. Week 2 shifts toward enterprise infrastructure and Chinese e-commerce. Week 3 represents the month's super week featuring NVIDIA and retail giants, while Week 4 concludes with major cloud software and hardware providers such as Salesforce and Dell. We begin with Week 1, spanning May 4th through the 10th. This period is dominated by high-growth technology and fintech names. We anticipate exceptionally high options volume, particularly for Palantir and AMD, as the market seeks direction from these high-beta growth stocks. The snapshot for Week 1 reveals several high-volatility events. Notably, Palantir and Shopify both carry double-digit estimated implied move. We are also closely watching the 3-day trends, where AMD shows significant momentum at 6.9% leading into its release, while PayPal remains slightly underwater. Key catalysts for this first week include AMD's guidance on its AI accelerators, which will serve as a litmus test for the broader AI trade and likely influence NVIDIA's pre-earnings run. Additionally, Palantir's results will establish the valuation floor for the enterprise AI sector. Traders should also note that Coinbase carries the highest implied move of the week at 12.5%, suggesting sharp reactions for crypto-correlated names. In Week 2, from May 11th to the 17th, market volume shifts toward enterprise networking, semiconductor equipment, and global e-commerce. This week provides a more specialized look at industrial tech and the health of the Chinese consumer. While Week 2 is relatively calmer in terms of volume, Applied Materials on May 14th stands out as a critical sleeper catalyst. Its forward guidance on capital expenditure is a leading indicator for the entire semiconductor equipment sector, directly impacting peers like Lam Research and KLA Corporation. Week 3, from May 18th to the 24th, is the super week and arguably the most critical period for market direction. The convergence of NVIDIA's earnings with major retail reports provides a dual signal on the health of both AI capital expenditure and the general consumer. The data for Week 3 shows a diverse range of implied move. Of particular concern is NVIDIA, which enters its reporting period with a negative 5.2% 3-day trend. This suggests an elevated risk of a sell-the-news event, regardless of the magnitude of their earnings beat. Retailers like Target and Walmart also present significant catalysts for the broader consumer sector. The catalyst chains this week are particularly tight. Target's commentary on discretionary spending often triggers sympathy moves in Walmart before it reports the following day. Similarly, Home Depot's performance typically dictates the pre-market action for Lowe's. Most importantly, NVIDIA's data center revenue will likely reprice the entire technology sector in a single after-hours session. Focusing specifically on NVIDIA for May 20th, we are looking at an implied move of nearly 10%. Given its status as a foundational catalyst for the tech sector, this print will likely define the market's trajectory for the remainder of the quarter. Finally, Week 4 from May 25th to the 31st focuses on software and hardware giant. This period is characterized by cloud software volatility and critical signals regarding AI server demand, particularly with Salesforce and Snowflake reporting on the same day. Week 4 highlights include Salesforce and Snowflake, both reporting on May 27th with significant implied move. We also see Costco and Dell reporting on the 28th, with Dell carrying a 9% implied move, reflecting the market's intense focus on AI hardware infrastructure. In terms of catalysts, Dell's AI server backlog and margin profile will be the primary momentum driver for hardware stocks like Supermicro and HP. Furthermore, the simultaneous reporting of Salesforce and Snowflake creates a dual catalyst event that will generate massive overnight volatility across the entire SaaS complex, requiring careful position sizing. The AI catalyst chain demonstrates the sequential nature of these reports. From Palantir setting the valuation floor to Dell providing the final hardware read, each print validates or deflates the sector sentiment. A failure at any step can trigger a sector-wide de-risking event. Similarly, the consumer catalyst chain shows how sentiment moves from e-commerce demand via Shopify to the discretionary spending signals from Target. Target's commentary remains the critical swing variable that can move Walmart and Costco before they even release their data. The housing and DIY chain is perhaps the most correlated. Home Depot and Lowe's trade in near lockstep. Historically, a miss by Home Depot on big-ticket project spending triggers an immediate pre-market sell-off in Lowe's, highlighting the importance of monitoring the first reporter in the pair. When comparing implied moves across all tickers, Coinbase, Palantir, and Snowflake carry the highest binary risk. While retail giants like Costco and Walmart show lower volatility, their sheer size means they still move substantial dollar amounts per percentage point. In summary, we are tracking three primary catalyst chains: AI, consumer, and housing. These chains provide the framework for our trading strategy throughout the month. Please note that these estimates are based on the latest market data as of May 1st and are subject to change based on options pricing. Our final takeaway is to trade the chain, not just the print. The greatest alpha is often found in anticipating peer reactions. By monitoring the early links in the AI and consumer chains, such as Palantir, AMD, and Target, traders can better position themselves for the higher impact events like NVIDIA later in the month.